I can't believe this is happening, but LEGO is retiring Bumblebee only 2 years after releasing it. This puts collectors in another stressful bind on whether to buy now or pass. If you're a big Transformers fan, big things such as no knee bend can make your decision all the more difficult. Should you spend $90 on this now? Stay tuned to find out. And here is LEGO Icon's Transformers Bumblebee, their official brick-built figure of the character as he appeared in G1. Released only 2 years ago to this month, it is utterly bittersweet to see this go very soon. Even just days before it retires at the end of July, it looks just as new as it was when first released. Now when you first complete him, he comes in his car mode, resembling very accurately in brick-built form the yellow Volkswagen Beetle he turned into in the original cartoon. Once again, LEGO went the extra route for the Transformers fandom, remembering the iconic Autobot logos that also appeared on his hood and roof in the cartoon episodes. Showing more of their respect for the brand are two very cool looking back bumper stickers that give an impressive homage to the general Transformers characters and their storyline. There is a great use of Bumblebee civilian car mode, with one of them calling back to the home planet that Bumblebee surely misses. And that's not all. We are also given interchangeable license plates, both of which are given the same issue date that matches the same exact date in which the Transformers franchise first debuted, September 17th, 1984, the day when the first ever episode of the first cartoon first went live. Now for some reason, I find it a bit funny and weird that they decided to include the term Goldbug on the other license plate. To my knowledge, Goldbug is a version of Bumblebee in the Shattered Glass continuity, in which the Autobots are the antagonists. Nevertheless, I don't see this as a flaw. I think LEGO gave us two very fun options to use. Turning to the overall car mode, LEGO makes great use of the particular pieces to ensure they resemble the particular features of the Volkswagen car. You can see these two pieces at the side resembling the rear view mirrors, the particular pieces resembling the headlights, and the spare tire at the back. Not to mention that the car includes doors that can open. The building experience is also very fun and engaging, as it should be for any LEGO fan. Just like their Optimus Prime, we get to experience how the particular engineering works out to allow a transformable brick-built Bumblebee become possible. The process certainly is not easy though, and from my experience, it did prove to be a set made exclusively for adults. There are small things that even adults can miss that can all but hamstring the process, and this set does prove to be a satisfying challenge for adults, just like LEGO's other adult sets. Now, transformation will be demonstrated in a video coming soon, but be aware that it does require some disassembly, which may be a serious nitpick for some Transformers fans. Taking a look at the back, notice that this piece pegging onto the back tire is the front windshield you must unpeg to get him to convert. But LEGO didn't just leave that step for nothing. It converts to form the back wings that we often see in the live-action movies, so for me it's not a big flaw at all. Turning to its overall robot mode, it looks the part very well, at least the best it can be as a LEGO-built figure. The roof that is his chest sports the Autobot logo that was always shown in the cartoon. Every basic part of him matches its design as close as possible as in the cartoon. The feet function as the two halves of the front engine section, the windows at the two sides of his torso, the back window right at the top of his chest. The aesthetic lines resemble how they appeared in the cartoon, and his head and face look respectively the same as well. He also comes with his blaster that you also must build. But if I have to be honest, playability and articulation is more limited than it was for LEGO's Optimus Prime. However, I don't count that as a big problem compared to Prime now that we are dealing with a character that converts to a different vehicle. To start off, the head moves on a ball joint with arms that can possibly move the full vertical circle, but a bit obstructed by one of the transformation bits. The arms also cannot raise up to a 90-degree angle as they are obstructed by the large vehicle cable on his shoulders. But in my opinion, I think that is the best you can do for a LEGO-built Volkswagen converting robot. Arms can do a 90-degree elbow bend and move their wrists and fingers, but due to the complex mechanics of transforming a brick-built car-converting robot, he has no bicep rotation. Nor is it possible to engage in waist rotation or a dynamic ab crunch. It is possible to kick the legs upward, but that will be a tough chore as you will have to engage in mechanics of the back joint so that the pelvic section doesn't get too much in the way. Legs can kick outward by a lot, but there is absolutely no knee bend or ankle tiltage at all, and very limited ability for the feet to move up and down, though they can move right and left. So there's ultimately very little playability even compared to LEGO's Optimus Prime. But as LEGO's only second convertible Transformers figure, it looks like they were dealing with very different mechanics due to a different conversion into a different vehicle. But playability is nevertheless very limited for this figure. So overall, I think this deserves an 8.5 out of 10. Playability may be much more limited than LEGO's Prime, but because it results a lot from transformation mechanics, I don't think it would be fair to go harsh on LEGO for it. A set in which you can build the most famous Autobot besides Prime is the value that LEGO clearly delivers for LEGO and Transformers fans. They clearly knocked it out of the park in terms of the aesthetic, but whether this is a buy or pass again depends on what you'd prefer. I wouldn't think the limited playability should be a big problem if you want to own a Bumblebee character that you can build and convert once you're done. But if you are merely looking for playability and not someone who's particularly into building Legos, it becomes much harder to justify buying this now in its final days on the primary market. But I would love to know your thoughts on this set in the comments below. Do you think LEGO could have incorporated more articulation into this figure? If so, how could they? Do you think this figure has been overhyped for too long? Leave a comment below. Otherwise, you can buy it from the links in the description below. If you found this review helpful, feel free to give the video a like and subscribe for more, and until then, I'll see you next time.